Welcome to Power and Glory Broadcast, your crossroad. I am John King Hill, and I want us to get started here. This is a part of the Echoes of Infinity series that I wanted us to explore. For those of you who have not heard anything about the realms or dimensions of infinity, I want to be opening up something here for us because in the end times, we are going to deal with the realities of the living God beyond hearsay, beyond what we have read or studied scripturally or theologically, or some of the things that we have explored through our religious endeavors. There's a place of realities of God beyond all of these. So in the end times, if you are a child of God that is looking beyond the settings, religious settings that we have all around us, you have to get yourself ready to explore realms and dimensions of glory, because this is how you come into contact with the realities of God. Remember that John chapter 4 verse 24 said something so profound. Jesus, talking with the Samaritan woman, said something amazing. He said, God is a spirit being, a real person. How do you know that God is a real person? Because look at his creation, because his creations represent attributes of his greater power, and some of them are similitude or depictions of what he looked like. He is painting extensive graphical pictures of himself using his creative power. So his creations are artworks. They represent unusual, powerful artworks. So you have to get yourself ready as we peel through realms and dimensions. We're going to begin from this life, and we're going to explore how people exchange views, communications, academic, portfolios, all these whole things, businesses, how people conduct themselves on a daily basis. And then we're going to step into the incorporeal dimension, which is going above the earth atmosphere, to come into the place where you see the scientists exploring space. We call it space, meaning, empty, vast space. It look empty. So if you happen to take like a rocket and you climb up there or ascend up there, you're going to see that it's porous, it's empty, it's vacuum. There's nobody living around there like how we live in this earth here and how we function in this earth here. So no, that's a different atmosphere. When the Bible talks about the glory of God in Psalms chapter 19 verse 1, it says, the heavens declares the glory. When you begin to ascend above the earth sphere, you will begin to interact with incorporeal dimensions. Incorporeal means that we are seeing a partial blending of the material concept of this life with the spiritual concept of life, the immaterial aspect. This is where you begin to see that the cloud is so thin to a point where an airplane flying up there can go inside, pierce through it, without the airplane hitting the cloud and falling back to the earth. This is the incorporeal dimension. You look at the wind, you see that the wind is invisible, but you can see the activities of the wind right before your eyes. Jesus talking about it said that the wind bloweth. You don't see it, but you see the impact of the wind. This is how the spiritual realms function. I'm showing you these things so that you can begin to see how the laws of attributes are organized or structured to allow you to entertain spiritual realms and dimensions. These are realms and dimensions, if you don't know. In other words, You see how this life is intertwined with different elements to allow for life to continue to prosper and continue to advance.
Encounters are the hallmark of capturing the events of the threshold of glory, but you must know how to occupy realms.
Windows and doors are not the same as gates. This is why the laws of jurisdictions, territories, and domains rule in glory.
Realms and dimensions offer greater transparency and clarity that partial views can never open to your life.
Your prayer life is more important than your religious devotions.
Opportunities are created to salvage wasted or missed benefits.